Lacrosse Talk Show with your host, Michael Carvelis.
You know, it's funny. The intro is so nice, I accidentally played it twice. Totally accidental. All right. Welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. You're watching Daily Dive. It is Monday, November 25th, 2024. I'm your host, Michael Carvelis, in Guyton, Georgia. Producer Joe is behind the scenes in Buffalo, New York. We are live on 12 on Sports via Twitter/X and YouTube. Subscribe to the 12 on Sports channel for other great shows and live sports. It is week 4 of Hype Up. That graphic never stays going. But anyways, it is week 4 of Hype Up Month 2024. Your favorite / only daily lacrosse talk show in the universe is just heating up. Without further ado, on today's show, I'll give my prediction for Coach of the Year. I've got 3 candidates. One of them came out strong, at least in my humble little brain. We've also got Mitch Jones, who's well-versed in lacrosse and the NLL. Big Wings player. Cannot wait to talk to him. Also, we'll get into Mike and producer Joe's 3rd seed. Wow. It's almost over, ain't it? And, of course, the regular season is starting this week as well, so that's kind of cool. Before we get started, gotta let you know that this show is presented by tickets.12onsports.com. That's tickets.numbers12, letters OZ sports.com. Get your National Lacrosse League tickets for less by going to that website. They also include every sport and all your favorite artist concerts, not to mention Broadway and theater. Tickets.12onsports.com. All righty. You might be wondering, Michael, what award predictions are you going to do? Today I'm going to do Coach. Tomorrow I'm going to do Goalie of the Year. And then Wednesday I'll do MVP. Without further ado, it is time for Who Wins Coach of the Year. Alrighty. I thought about the Toronto Rock's Matt Sawyer. I wrote down Tom Sawyer. I always confuse him because I'm a Rush fan. Get it? The band Rush? Whatever. I thought about Matt Sawyer of the Rock. I thought about Dan Ladouceur of the Black Bears and Patrick Merrill of the San Diego Seals. Matt Sawyer will have a top 3 seed, which is, by the way, to be announced by playoff predictions. But Matt Sawyer has so many good players, and we've seen this story before in the regular season from The Rock. So voters won't be that impressed with a 16-2 record. What am I talking about? Dan Ladouceur for the Ottawa Black Bears would be new city make the playoffs. And that sounds great. Unfortunately, Jeff Teat, also an MVP candidate, never been a fan of coach and MVP on the same team. It's like, which one is it? Is it the player that elevated you guys or the coach? And then there's the Seals, who have a lot of roster turnover. I'm talking high volume. Did you know Austin Stotts, Austin Stotts, Curtis Dixon, and Dane Doby combined for 238 points last season alone. So if San Diego can hold it down like I think they will, I think Patrick Merrill is your Coach of the Year. Again, the roster turnover is a big deal. Their record, according to my numbers, according to my predictions, was 11-7. To me, that would be impressive enough. Nobody would be shocked if they were one of the teams that missed the playoffs in the unified standings second year, but I don't think they will. I think San Diego is going to make the playoffs. I think Patrick Merrill wins Coach of the Year. Again, Matt Sawyer and Dan Ladouceur are my other 2 leading candidates. I'm going to go with Patrick Merrill. I can see the Seals having a good season with him, and I think he could get some recognition. Alrighty. When we come back, it's the person you've probably clicked on the show to see. We're going to be talking to Mitch Jones. So, we'll be right back to Daily Dive. Don't go anywhere. I know you won't.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Dive will be right back.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
America, get back on track with Dust Pod's Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DustPods or visit dustpods.com today.
Daily Dive is back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Reminder that we are on Spotify, audio only, so you won't be able to see my face, but just search Daily Dive on Spotify. You'll be able to check that out. I've been told I have a radio face. Thank God Mitch Jones does not. Mitch, how are you, sir? Welcome to the show for the first time ever.
I'm doing well. First timer on the show. Big fan. Happy to be here.
Big fan. Hold on. Me of you or you of us? Come on now.
I'm a big fan of the show. Yeah, actually, I've never listened
Wow.
to it, but I got the Instagram clips and I read the articles. So big fan of you.
Well, I appreciate you, and of course, I'm a big fan. I mean, I don't really have guys I'm just not a fan of on the show, so this is good for us, right?
That's good
stuff.
to know.
All right, so okay, that's a lie, by the way. So when, I gotta ask you, because I'm sure you've told a story before, but take me back to little Mitch Jones. When did you pick up a lacrosse stick? Was it your first sport? Like, what? Tell me the history, man.
Yeah, it's just, classic Canadian kid. I first picked up the stick in my backyard or probably in my cradle, but I had an older brother and a dad who played and a decent sized backyard. So I kind of learned how to play out there and definitely had the stick there before anywhere else. And then just as the years went on, I was always playing hockey in the winter and lacrosse in the summertime. So that's kind of how I spent my time, being a rink rat, and went from there.
Were you good at hockey?
Yeah, I was all right at hockey. I played hockey till I was 24 years old, I think. So I played through my university years and was able to, live the dream playing both sports until I still play a little beer league hockey. So still doing it.
Love it. So you're from Delta, British Columbia, which is technically Vancouver's like 30-minute drive, according to my Google research over here. Where do you stay in around Philly during the regular season, or are you like migrating back and forth?
Yeah, that's correct. Vancouver is just a suburb out of Vancouver, about 30, 40 minutes, depends on traffic. That's home for me. I've always I've lived in Vancouver for 7-8 years now, but then during the season in Philadelphia, I come out here, spend most of my time in Philadelphia. It's been awesome. Get to hang with some of the guys and they keep us busy out here. Last year I went back and forth a little bit, but I think this year I'm pretty much out here for the duration of the schedule.
I mean, you got Eagles. Go to any Eagles games or Flyers games?
Yeah, been to a handful. Eagles, Flyers, 76ers. Even checked out a Philadelphia Union game last year.
Good.
Yeah, no, if you like sports, it's definitely a great spot to be.
Water Dogs or no?
Can't say I'm not here during their season, so if I was around, yeah, I'd go check out a game.
I knew that. Yeah, that was my fault.
Yeah.
Summer sport. I got you.
Rough
Cool.
season, yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Wings for a second. Off season for you guys. Obviously, Paul Day steps into the GM role. I think he's smacked that out of the park, by the way, personal opinion. Ian Rubel comes in, and you've got guys like Brandon O'Neill. Your other number one pick was Nick Demude. Tell me about what you've seen from those two so far.
Yeah, I'm going to touch on Rubes first. I think Rubes is just perfectly primed for that position. He's ran a fantastic training camp for us. Just a guy, a lot of respect handed out towards him and earned. So I think the new Antelope guys can see that pretty quickly and throughout training camp. And he's got excellent help around him with Pat McCready and TK and Tails, our video guy they brought in. And then obviously, yeah, a lot of talent coming into our camp. It's a good thing when we're a 6-12 team last year. I think obviously talent's one of the things you can always add. Nicky Demude's got established goalie in this league. I've got to know him pretty well over training camp. He's an awesome guy, just one of those goalies that has a perfect demeanor, and he's focused on himself, and he's always looking to get better, and he's very competitive. And he stops the ball, and he's done that in the past, and he's going to do it again. Brennan's the guy. He's the coach over here, right here, living with me. He's had a lot of success in lacrosse, and he's taking on a challenge here to kind of hone in his box game. We see him every week just getting better and better. So I'm really excited to work with him. I know everyone on the team is as well. I think, like I said it before, he's going to make a lot of hard things look easy. He's going to be a fun guy to play with.
Oh, I bet. So, by the way, I want to, before I get to the next Wings point, I got to show you this because it's not fair to produce Joe. This is your graphic. This is your regular graphic.
You make this?
Yes. No, I wish I did. No, producer Joe did. He did.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
It's good stuff. He did add the Buffalo Bandits one in there. That was his idea, not mine.
Does Joe refer to himself as Daddy? Is that Daddy?
He does. He does.
I thought it was you, so I was ready. Actually,
I don't know.
I don't know if I was ready to call you Daddy, but I thought that was you.
No, please don't. No, I'm good on that. No, he said he's making a real, like, we always give like a player like a better graphic, so he's got like a more souped up one for you if you think this one's not good enough, by the way. So
it's all right. The Wings guy's got to be in the center now, though, isn't it? This one looks a little outdated.
That is a little Vancouver gold in there, isn't there?
Yeah, we can just
Kind of
switch
gross.
that up.
It's not gross, I'm just saying.
Kind of disgusting, right?
It's not Wings gold. All right, so I got to ask you about playing with Fresh Fits winner Joe Resiteritz. Is that kind of cool?
I was going to bring this up, but if you want to bring it up, you can. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Is he the best dressed guy in the NLL? Is that
you guys? I mean, the fans said yes. I have loved his outfits all last season.
We know.
It's casual, man. It's good stuff.
I've been working on it. You want me to hit you with that?
Yeah.
I can't even do it. Yeah. Joe Resiteritz, he's the best dressed guy in the whole league. I'll tell you what.
Yes.
I
He's
agree.
An impressionist.
I get to see him every week. He's a stud.
So, what's interesting you did that because I was going to mention the acting thing at the end, but it sounds like you're still trying to dabble in the acting. Is that true?
I've done a little bit. It's honestly something that just kind of fell in my lap. I've had fun doing it a few times.
Yeah. And
I mean, I'm not. It's fun to talk about. I know people are very passionate about it. If I would be lying if I said it wasn't more just for the paycheck. But yeah, it's been fun to do. But basically, I mean, I started doing some videos in Vancouver. Their media team would just ask me to do stuff, and it was a great team to work with, from the camera people to the creative people. So I just had fun with them. And then my aunt she's a talent agent for a lot of commercial actors in BC, so she would submit me to a few things, and I was lucky enough to book a couple things, and get to have that experience. It's a whole other world out there. There's people who take that very seriously and are very good at what they do. I was lucky enough to kind of dabble a little bit, like you said, and yeah, no real plans for it in the future. But if it kind of falls in my lap again, I'd be happy to do it.
Now, was the commercial since the Adam Levy interview on NLL.com or just nothing?
The last one I did, I haven't seen it aired yet. I haven't seen the final copy. I haven't dug that deep, to be honest. I don't really love watching it, but I'm sure it would give me a good laugh, and I'll give it up to the world once I see it. I've seen the company that does the commercials. I've seen a bunch of their commercials on the American network since I've been here. Not the one I've done yet, so I'm assuming
State Farm.
Yeah, it's coming. No, Rinvolt.
You're Mitch from State Farm.
No, I sold out for a drug company. I wish a State Farm would have been better.
Jeez, come on, man. I love it though. I love it. That's good though. So I want to get the update. That's good stuff. So back to lacrosse here, because we talked about the Vancouver thing. You grew up around the Vancouver area, then I assume you're not just from you're there your entire life.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Delta. Through sports, I guess I moved around quite a bit. At first, It was just junior hockey throughout BC, and then I went to school at Northern Michigan University in Marquette, Michigan. Then I kind of moved on. I lived in Buffalo and the Toronto area for a little bit. Obviously, played with the Bandits, and then I was lucky enough to go back home and play. I think it was 4 or 5 seasons in Vancouver before checking out the East Coast.
Yeah. So obviously the Vancouver area had the Ravens. Did you watch those games growing up when you could? And how cool is it to see the Warriors come back to the area?
I don't have I remember the Ravens. I don't have a ton of memory watching them. I think they're quick. There's only 1 or 2 years. I watched a lot of WA lacrosse, a lot of New Westminster Salmon Bellies, which was a lot of the same guys throughout the league.
Yeah.
I mean, from the Gate brothers in Victoria to all the guys that I grew up watching. A lot of the NLL coaches right now kind of went through the Canadian ranks. So definitely watched a lot of lacrosse, but not necessarily the NLL until I was maybe in college and kind of started following that a little bit more. What was the other question?
Oh, just
Yeah.
with the Warriors, you go there, seeing them come back to Vancouver, and then you end up playing with them with Malowski and Keegan Ball. What was that experience like?
Yeah, I had an awesome experience in Vancouver. I was lucky enough. I mean, I was in Buffalo. I asked Buffalo for a trade, and Steve Dietrich was awesome. He worked with me, and I was able to kind of go home when they were rebranded as the Warriors and start with that franchise. Didn't have a lot of success on the floor, but they ran it well. I got to see kind of the attendance grow there every year. Got people around the city really bought into it. Obviously traded after that, but no, I had a great time in Vancouver and kind of helped build, or was a part of everyone helping build that team. And it was fun for me being at home in my arena in front of family and friends. It's a lot of good experiences.
Knowing that they're your home team, is it cool to see? Even though, like you said, you got traded from them now, but is it cool seeing what is your view of the direction they're going right now with Malowski and such?
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job. I mean, obviously Malowski's a guy who's had a lot of success in this league, and people like playing for him. And they had a nice end of the season last year. I think they won 6 of 7 or 7 of 8, or it was something like that. I mean, yeah, you don't really cheer for other teams around the league, but if I'm hoping for success, I do want to see Vancouver succeed. I know business-wise and attendance-wise, they're doing pretty well, so that's good to see. And again, yeah, I'm not going to say I want to see them win, but if I had to see one other team do well, Vancouver would be near the top of that list.
Yeah, if you make the finals, it wouldn't be bad to see Vancouver on the other side of it, right?
I would love to play in finals against Vancouver. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun. So I have to ask you about the Buffalo Bandits, because obviously there's some Buffalo fans that watch this show. As you know, I'm a newer NLL fan. You play with John Tavares. That's awesome. But talk to me about being in the 2016 championship. And I know you guys lost that, but tell me how you bring that experience to a place like the Wings, who has some young talent on it.
For sure, yeah. I'll touch on JT first. I mean, when I guess it was my second year in the league, I get to Buffalo. I thought I was a junior hotshot ready to go in the league, and I show up and it's John Tavares, Sean Williams, Ryan Benesh, and Daryl Veltman on the left side. So I got to, back then there was an extra roster or extra spot in the roster. They dress more people. So I was lucky enough to get to sit on the bench and watch those guys go. And if they needed a shift off, I could take it. But no, that was a cool experience for me. As far as why is my brain not working today? What was the second part of that question? Bandits.
Tell me about the
About the finals. Yeah. So I was
the finals.
Yeah, my first few years in the league. I mean, I actually participated in the finals with Washington. We lost the first of the three-peat to Rochester in 2012 or 2013. Sorry. So that was a good experience, kind of seeing how that all unfolded and seeing the high stakes games in the playoffs, and then being a part of the Buffalo one. Was actually playing and not a healthy scratch for those. So, I mean, we had a really good team. Obviously, came up short, but that experience playing in the finals, especially between Saskatchewan and Buffalo, having sold out buildings at both sides, was a very fun experience. I remember going to Saskatchewan for game 2, and they had a full tailgate going on in the parking lot in the springtime. So, yeah, super cool experiences. I mean, you learn a lot of stuff from it, and obviously hurts a little bit to be on the wrong side of a couple finals, but always looking to get back there.
I'm pretty sure you scored 3 points that year, so we weren't like a total scrub, in my opinion. Like, scoring 3 points, finding 3 points on that team was pretty good, in my opinion.
I got 3 points that year. That's not bad. That'll do.
Yeah, it's like you got John Tavares. Have you seen the picture of him with our Daily Dive mug?
I have not. No.
You know, I wish I had it here, but Jesus.
I got one. I got one picture in the old Air Canada Center in Toronto. Me and JT on the floor together. It's a bit grainy. It's maybe from iPhone 10 or whatever it was at the time, but I'll hold on to that one. Is a cool picture.
Probably was the iPhone 10 5 years ago. Good Lord. One more thing I'll ask you here is this season for the Wings. Give me some expectations. Obviously, 2 number 1 picks helps. But give me your expectations, and are we going to see him play off Mitch Jones? That could be fun, right?
I'd hope so. Yeah, it's been a little bit for me. It's been since that 2016 run, actually. So definitely, as far as personal team goals, playoffs is high up there. Our Wings team, I mean, we got high expectations. I'm sure every team in the league does, but we've added a lot of talent. We've added a lot of veterans, a lot of fresh faces, talented rookies. Our coaching staff really has us dialed in here. I've really enjoyed training camp this year. It's been, if not the best I've ever had, one of the best, just getting everyone focused, getting from conditioning to team building to everything all down the line. It's been really good. So we're ready to go for week 1 here. Just take it 1 week at a time.
One more thing. I noticed the Castor thing. That's awesome.
They've hooked us up this year. We got lots of swag going. It's comfy stuff.
You got good?
You got any swag yet?
Not from Castor. I do have my white NLL hoodie. It was supposed to be black, but I'm not mad.
Okay.
That was from Fanatics. That was not from Castor.
Gotta get you some Castor gear.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I appreciate you coming on this show, man, Mitch. You like Mitchell or Mitch? I mean, I guess you could go by Mitch now, but it's kind of like me and Mike. Like I prefer Michael.
Yeah, I'm good with either. Yeah, totally fine with either. Appreciate having me on. I like the show. Keep stirring the pot, ruffling feathers.
Jeez.
I'm here for it.
That's what we do, but I mean, that's not the goal, but I get it. Thank you, Mitch.
Get scared.
Yeah, good luck this year, man, for real.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Mitch Jones is awesome, especially if you're a Wings fan, but you knew that. Again, the graphic, I like this thing. And producer Joe, I cannot wait to see what he has stewed up for the real one, he says. That'll be fun. All right, myself and producer Joe made our predictions. And coming up next, the 3rd seed is unveiled. Oh boy. This is Daily Dive. We'll wrap it up next.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Dive will be right back.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
America, get back on track with Dust Pods Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
Daily Dive is back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
When today's show ends and you are getting your tickets for the next game, buy them for less at tickets.12ouncesports.com. That's tickets.numbers12lettersoz sports.com. You won't regret seeing things live, knowing you got your tickets for a good price. All right. Who's ready for the third seed? Because me and producer Joe, we're doing it. We did it. We got it. At least I did this part of it. The every single game winner. And here we are. It is time to unveil the third seed. Oh. All right, so producer Joe's got the Ottawa Black Bears. I've got the Albany Firewolves. For the Firewolves this season, of course, I'm bought into the fact that Dyson Williams is going to be adding to a team with Alex Simmons and Ty Kurtz. Of course, Travis Longboat. You've got Joe Nardella. And, of course, Doug Jameson, who was just named goalie, the top goalie in the National Lacrosse League, not named Christian Bianco, on the top 25 by GMs and coaches. That's awesome. Shout out Dougie J. Well, that's awesome. I'm bought into Albany. I'm bought into Glenn Clark. I'm bought into the Capital Region. I'm bought into Brendan Glasheen having a great year. It's going to be a big year for the Albany Firewolves. And so where do we stand now? There you go. There is our top 14 so far with just 2 left. Producer Joe's got San Diego and Buffalo. I've got Toronto and Buffalo. But where will they lie in Thursday? Come back for our championship predictions. We got those geared up for you as well. Well, folks, you know the drill. Be sure to follow us on the socials at Daily Dive LAX. And thanks for watching today's awesome show. Reminder, you're the bread, you're the butter, you are the Mitch Jones impression to my fresh fits. If you tuned in for the first time, please come again and be sure to comment. For amazing guests like ones prior, today's guest, Mitch Jones, and those to come, thank you for coming on this show, sharing your audience with us, giving us validity and relevance. For the baddest daddy in producing history, producer Joe, I am your host, Mike, saying see you tomorrow, same time, same place, 12 on Sports. This has been Daily Dive.
Thanks for watching Daily Dive. See you next time.